Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, and I can't tell you how thankful I am you showed up this morning. So I'd like to start with a story, if you're ready. Once upon a time, in fact, it was once upon a future time, there was a woman named Katya. Katya was starting her first day of work at D&Y, a large global financial services company. Now, imagine your first day of work and remember what it was like for your first day of work at your first professional job. So just kind of skip back in time for you and remember the feelings that you had when you walked into work the very first day. Now, Katya got to New York. She was going to start her job in New York City and was moving from the Midwest. She got there a few days early, and on the night before work, just like many of us did when we were 21, she decided to go out and party. To get ready for her going out to party, she had moved into an apartment building, and her phone notified her that someone with a very similar social profile lived in the same building she did and loved to play the game Celebrity City. So they decided that they would go out and play the game Celebrity City along with one of her other dear friends. Now, to play Celebrity City, what she did was put on her virtual world contacts and go out and try and find celebrities that were placed around the city. In this case, she wanted to get 100,000 points if she could find John Lennon. So she went out with her friends that night. They stayed up a little bit late, but in fact, they did find John Lennon and scored onto the leaderboard in New York for the game Celebrity City. She came back, got a few hours of sleep, got up in the morning, and scrolling on her mirror in her bathroom when she woke up was lots of IM messages from her friends telling her to have good luck going into work. She took her cell phone to work and remembered, oh yes, I've got to pack my contacts because that's going to be part of my orientation program for when I go in this morning. So she packed everything up, went in, and as she was going into work on the bus, she realized, it's been a long journey with D&Y because they had actually started recruiting her in junior high. They started recruiting her in junior high because there were too many people who were not choosing to elect a career in accounting. And so D&Y had programs and magnet schools throughout communities across the country and actually around the world to encourage people to consider accounting. She was a little bit interested in the biotech field, so she was hoping that she would be able to work on accounts in biotech. She went in, took her phone, scanned it through when she first came in, and that validated all of her information for citizenship and included all of her benefits requests, and that was the end of her administrative process for going into the company. She sat down, and over the course of the morning for what was going to be orientation, a series of managers presented through virtual worlds or telepresence why you should come work for me. Because at D&Y, you got to pick your first jobs. Your first 3 jobs you got to pick as an employee. And so she picked Bhaskar. While this is going on, she's also IMing with her friends, and she is also, at the same time, having little nuggets of learning pop up that are 2 minutes long each. As the morning wore on, she decided to pick Bhaskar from Hyderabad because he was doing some really interesting work with a biotech company, and she would begin to start her career there. So welcome to the first day of work for someone in 2020. And if you think this is imagination or far-fetched, I would like to first off tell you that the contacts are already a reality. They are under development at the University of Washington by a researcher who is pouring in nanobiotech particles that self-assemble into contacts and create your virtual world, your augmented reality presence. Serendipity is under development at MIT so that as you walk down the hallway, it will notify you if somebody has got some interest that are similar to yours and notify you that you might want to meet that person. Every single thing it turns out that Ernst & Young, not D&Y, but E&Y, actually does have reach-out programs. They had started in high schools. They're now down at the junior high level. So every one of the things that I just introduced to you in the story of 2020 is already based in reality today. So welcome to the new world, and welcome to what the future is going to look like.